This week we're going to talk about ladybugs. You know they're a type of beetle. There are about 5,000 types of ladybugs in the world. They come in all colors and patterns. In many different cultures, ladybugs are considered good luck. Farmers will put lots of ladybugs in their garden to eat the insects. They can eat up to 50 insects a day. They also eat fruit. Ladybugs are harmless to humans, and they can live up to 2 years. Okay, we're going to start with the background. And our background is full of grass. So I'm going to give you 2 different kinds of greens because you know grass comes in different colors. And we are going to cut the grass so that it comes to a point at the top. So watch, I'm going to start off a little bit fat at the bottom. And then I'm just going to cut up to a nice little point at the top so that my grass has a little point at the top and it's flatter at the bottom. Now I can do the same thing on this side. Up. The only thing is I don't want to make my grass too thick. All right, that's way too big for grass. You know, grass is a little bit thinner. So we're going to make these long, skinny triangles of grass to put in our garden. So I'm going to give you some time to do that, and I'm going to do some green ones and some light green ones so that I can mix them up together. All right, so I have cut up a pretty good pile of long, skinny triangles, and now I'm going to take my glue and touch the paper, and I'm going to glue some lines coming up from the bottom of my garden. Just like that. After I get a couple on there, then I'm going to use my pincher fingers to put the grass down at the bottom of the paper and then follow the glue line. I can put light ones and I can put darker ones next to them. There we go, and follow the glue line so that I can start to make a nice little garden for my ladybug. There we go. So I'll give you some time to work on that. Okay, I have a good background of grass. Notice that I didn't have to put my glue lines all the way up to the top, so I just kind of stopped where I thought the grass would stop. And then also notice that they crisscross each other because you know grass doesn't grow perfectly straight. Sometimes it grows off to one side and sometimes it grows off to the other side. So I layered some other grass on top of the original blades of grass. All right, so now I'm ready to draw my ladybug. I'm going to let that dry. So while the grass is drying, we're going to draw our ladybug. Your teacher's going to give you a piece of paper, and we're going to draw it with shapes. Lots of circles. So let's get started. Our ladybug's body will be in the middle of the paper. So we're going to make the ladybug's head off to one side. And we're going to use a circle. Remember, try to draw lightly. So first we're going to draw a circle slowly so that it comes back to where it starts. Let's do a circle. Draw lightly now because you're going to have to erase. Then we're going to draw 2 eyes, and we'll use circles for those too. Watch. Here's one. And here's another. I put them up high on the ladybug's face, and if you made ovals here, that would be okay. That might be interesting too. Now here's our first erasing. We're going to erase this line inside the eyes. So very carefully, I'm going to just erase that nice line right there. That's why we want to draw lightly, so we have those. And then we always like to give our ladybug a little pupil inside those eyes. All right? Next, we're going to use a circle or an oval for the nose, right in the middle of the face. Maybe I'll use an oval this time. You could do a circle. There we go. And then I'm going to give my ladybug a really big smile. There we go. All right, the head is almost complete, but a ladybug has antennas. So up on top of my ladybug's head, I'm going to bring one antenna out and I'm going to make it fancy and a little swirl with a dot on the end. Just like I made a dot for the pupil, I'm going to make a dot on the end of the antenna. My ladybug has two, so here goes another one around with a dot on the end. So now my ladybug has a face. Next step, let's make the ladybug's body. Remember, we were going to put the body over here. So I'm going to start at the ladybug's chin, and I'm going to draw a straight line and stop. Now I'm going to draw half a circle. I'm going to come up here right at my ladybug's eye, right there. I don't want to start too far down here, so I'll start right up here, and I'm going to make a nice big curve up. Go slowly, because you're trying to make your line end right there. So I'm going to go slowly, slowly, so I can bring it down here to touch. There's my ladybug's body. Now we remember, what do ladybugs have? Spots. So let's make maybe a circle here, a circle here, maybe half a circle, or a quarter of a circle. We're just going to put some circles on our ladybug. Not too many. Maybe 6 or 7 would be plenty. And then ladybugs have legs. So I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's 4 legs. But this is an insect, and insects have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ladybugs have 6 because they're insects. There you go. That is one good-looking ladybug. So now I'm going to take my Sharpie and I'm going to trace my pencil lines. Remember, these lines we erased back here, we don't want to trace those. So just pay attention to what you want to trace and what you want to erase. And we're going to just trace the lines. I'm not going to color anything in with my Sharpie. I'm going to save that for my colorful markers. So I'll give you some time to trace carefully and then erase your pencil lines. Okay, there we go. I've traced all the pencil lines and then I erased all the pencil with my pinky pearl. Now I'm ready to color. So I'm going to use any color I want to. This is going to be a super creative ladybug, but I do want to think about my background. I have lots of greens in the background and I want the ladybug to stand out against the background. So I think I'm going to take the green out of my choices and use all the rest of my colors so that the ladybug stands out nice and bright. Okay, to get started, you make your ladybugs any color you want to. I think I'm going to make my ladybug's face pink. I know that's silly, but this is going to be fun. I need to remember not to color the eyes. My ladybug's eyes are going to stay nice and white with those pupils in there, and everything else will be colored. So remember, when you color, you trace around the outer edges so that you get a nice clean coloring. I'm even going to trace around my ladybug's nose, that nice oval for the nose. And then once I get it all traced, then I can go back and just color inside. Very carefully, little tiny short strokes so that I don't get it on the body or outside the lines. And I will color my ladybug's face. Now I'm going to think of a color for my ladybug's nose. Maybe this ladybug will have a blue nose. So again, I'm going to trace around the edges first, and then I'll color inside. There we go. That ladybug has a blue nose. But I'm going to leave the eyes white and move on to my ladybug's body, and I'm even going to color those 6 feet. I don't have to worry about the legs. My ladybug has skinny legs, but I will color the feet. I can't wait to see what you come up with. And there we go. There's my colorful ladybug. Now we know ladybugs are usually red with black spots or even orange with black spots, but mine's a little bit different. Give this ladybug to your teacher and she will wait for your background to dry and put the ladybug into the garden. So much fun. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye. So teachers, if you could cut out the ladybug, just give it a simple little white line around the ladybug, and then we're going to just glue him into the garden. Thank you.